Hello guys, welcome back to TAF Team Esports. So today we're going to discuss all the data we've gathered for the Shadow Equip. So let's start. So the Shadow Equip can be found on the Hero tab. So there's a new tab here for the Shadow. As of the moment, only the weapon is unlocked, and we have 5 more pieces to unlock, maybe in the near future. So it is the same functionality as the equipment tab or the gear tab, where you can have the equipment and 4 card slots. Okay, so we'll get to that deeper later. So how do we get these shadow gears? So first of all, we can get it from the packages. This shadow release, you can get the weapon shadow cube, the Baphomet cube, as well as here we have 15 and the crystal of darkness for the upgrades, as well as the soul pick, which is need for unlocking the card slot. So that's one thing that we can consider in how to get the shadow equip. As well as for the daily, you can have this purchase via Nyang. So I'll show you what it looks like. You can see, even though the description is 3-star to 5-star guaranteed, it still gives you a trash item. So the trash item of that can be used again here. So it can be used to craft the crystal of darkness. The crumb of darkness will be used together with the Iridicon and the Illumium. Okay, and once you have this crystal of darkness, you can use this to craft the shadow cube. However, for the shadow cube, it's just 1-star to 3-star, so I highly recommend not to use this on the shadow cube. Okay, so another thing that where we can get the shadow gear is through the Endless Tower, which can be found on the dungeon tab. So in the Endless Tower, you have 1 free entry available per week, and it will only reset its cooldown once you've used it. So let's check for the more info for this. So we will be using our PvP companions. Also, it's highly noted here that the boss has a high resistance and also unavoidable attacks. So basically, this means that DOT and also free build is not that useful here. So of course, you can get higher rewards in higher floors. Okay, so let's check the run for the ET. So I'll be equipping my skill, as well as equipping move speed from Felrock and the Tani card, as I need the heal for my companions. I was informed that the Endless Tower's mob is respawning at the edges of the room, as well as it is time based, so I think move speed is a must. So let's see how the run goes. on the next run, I think I'll try full flee. It seems that only the unavoidable attack are the ones with the skill. So I'll confirm that later. Oh, so next, where can we get the entry for another entry for the Endless Tower? You can see it in the Tree of Darkness. So I've already used mine in harvesting. So basically, the cooldown of this is 2,400 minutes. So we can convert it to at least 1.6 days. So after almost 2 days, you can re-enter the tower. So the needed materials for this one are just the ones you can get on dispatch. So I think it's sustainable. For every cooldown, you can provide at least the needed materials. So you have for every gem, it's 3 points. So you need a total of 5,000 points. And for every material which can be looted from monsters, for example, you can use so the rotten bandages that you are not using or other materials that you are not using, it is considered as 1 point. So 5,000 of these can give you another ticket. Okay, so next let's discuss the shadow equip as well as the cards. So you can see here in the library all the available shadow equip. So it's basically the same as the normal equip. However, at 4 star, you have this transcend skill. So we have 2 of these new options in the game. So another one is in the card. So it says here the link when using. So the difference of the two is that for the transcend, for example here, for the transcend combat mastery, it means that once you equip this, the combat mastery will be turned to sword draining. However, in the skill tab, so in the skill tab, this will not be changed, but the stats of that skill will apply directly to your stat sheet. Okay, so that's how the transcend means. What the transcend means. Also, this one is just for level 1. So if your combat mastery is level 30, then the sword training will be level 30 as well. So this was confirmed by my guildmate, Boss Pai. So if as per his checking, the melee damage increase of this is a total of 3 at level 30. So unequipping this shadow gear would get back the plus 60 of the combat mastery, 60 on attack. Okay, so next is the how we will upgrade this. We can upgrade this using the Crystal of Darkness. So you need 4 plus 1, and we need at least plus 10 in order for us to create the new card slot. Okay, so this soul pick, you can get it from, I think, in items. It costs 300 nyang. However, I don't think you need to rush this because having it on plus 5 on plus 10, I think it requires a lot of time. So don't buy this yet. And probably the GMs will give us a free soul pick for this during the whole event. Okay, so next is the card. So the cards can only be equipped, of course, on the shadow equip, and only the the weapon cards are available as of the moment. So it gives you an instant boost on your stats because these shadow cards have a decent stats compared to the normal cards. Even at plus maybe at plus 80, it will be equivalent. Plus 80 normal cards will be equivalent to plus 1 or level 1 shadow cards if max. So we can see here that it is only tradable at level 1. So if you upgraded it, I don't think it will show on the market. But of course, you can always reconstruct the card so it can be tradable again. Okay, so let's check. In reconstructing, I think it's still the same. For the card restore, yes, it still costs 13 yang. For the card reconstruct, it costs the same as for the stars. So for 3 star, it costs 200 reconstruct. Okay. So how about in the market? It's sellable. You can trade the cards. So if you have alts, you can probably put it on your main account or your main character. So let's check. So it still costs 500 ROP, and the price is still the same as what it is on the normal card. Okay, so basically that's all for the shadow gear. So let's give tips on this shadow gear. So first, as you can see, the scarcity of the materials for upgrading is a bit low because we only have one option on how to get them, which is the Endless Tower, and the entry is limited per week. So it's better for me to upgrade once we get our desired 5-star or a 4-star with a transcend skill. So as you can see, it really gives a large boost. So don't waste your darkness crystal or crystal of darkness in upgrading 1-star or 3-star, even though if it boosts you even though if it gives you a great boost on that stat. Okay, I've also tried dismantling my 3-star, so it gives crystal of darkness and star crumbs. Okay, next, since we will be focusing on entering the tower, so given this mechanics, I think it would be best for us to focus first now on the transcend, because it is highly recommended due to the unavoidable attacks. So it is highly recommended to boost our defense and our sustainability. Okay, so tips for the companion. I think the best companions for conquering the Endless Tower are the companions with which are buffers. So the Royal Guards is good. Of course, the Sacrifice as well as the Inspiration is good. Don't use companions with debuff because the boss has high resistance, so it's not good. Instead, you can use other companions which causes high damage if you don't have the buffer companions. So the last thing what I like to talk about is if it is worth rushing the shadow equip. So for me, I think it's not okay to rush this because these prices are really high for just a chance of getting an equip that is trash. As well as we can see already the wall for upgrading this shadow equip. So I think it's best to wait for the re-entry of the tower and focus rather on transcending your equip as well as upgrading your current cards. So you can see, we can check that the highest possible attack percentage is only at around 6%, which can be you can also get it from like Infinite Osiris cards, right? At level 120, it's a higher percentage at level for the level 1 Dark Shadow equip. So that's it. So hopefully you've learned a lot in this content, and also how you can progress further in the game, even though there's a new functionality. So we still don't have any confirmation regarding the link when using of the shadow cards. So if you have if you were lucky to have that 5-star which is applicable to your class, feel free to post it on our group so you can share how it looks like. Okay, so that's it for this content. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, as well as join our Labyrinth group in Facebook. Okay, thanks.